Hi, I'm Heidi Taylor, a partner with FH&P Lawyers. One of the hot topics this week is back to school. Today I'm going to talk about a case that just came down out of the Ontario courts where mom and dad, who were separated, were arguing about whether it was appropriate to send their 9-year-old son back to school. So mom was working from home through the pandemic, but she had to return to work shortly. She was struggling with homeschooling her son during the last 3 months of the school year and supported a return to school. She thought it was better for the 9-year-old boy socially, psychologically, and from a number of different standpoints. Dad, on the other hand, wanted to continue homeschooling. He felt that the risks were still too high through the COVID pandemic and that the son could continue to be homeschooled with the help of Dad, who was able to continue working from home. There had only been 2 other cases that the Ontario judge was aware of, both out of the Quebec court, and the Quebec court had gone 2 different ways. One had ordered the child back to school during the pandemic, the other said no, because there was an immunocompromised person in the home. We're not going to have this child potentially bring back the virus back into the home. So back to the Chase and Chase case out of the Ontario courts. Ultimately, the trial judge determined that it was really up to the government and health authorities to determine whether it was safe for children to go back to school. I think weighing on her mind was also the fact that this 9-year-old little boy had 2 very close friends who were returning to school, and social time for a 9-year-old is really important. The judge in her decision said it's not for the courts, but rather for the competent government authorities to assess the potential risks of contamination of the population in a pandemic situation and to take the necessary measures to limit the spread of the disease. So this 9-year-old boy will be returning to French immersion this week, going into grade 3. Another statement from the judge that I think bears some attention is her encouragement that parents try and resolve these issues outside of court. Our courts are really backlogged right now, and there's lots of alternative dispute resolution processes you can try, like mediation, talking to a child counselor, maybe working with a parenting coordinator to try and keep these issues outside of the court. Those processes provide a potential creative solution to things that affect your child. And the judge at the end of her decision said the parents have delegated the authority to make this decision respecting their child's in-person versus online attendance at school to me, a judge who has never met the parents and who will likely never meet the child. So keep that in mind if you're having an issue with a former spouse regarding parenting matters. Try alternative dispute resolution processes first and try and keep these issues out of the courts. If you need any legal advice on family law or other matters, please give us a call here at FH&P Lawyers.